Do you remember the story from the school about the fox trying to eat the grapes? The story goes like that. Fox jumps and jumps, can't reach the grapes, so it walks away. The moral of the story, often presented to us, was that the grapes might be sour, suggesting that fox gave up. This story was told to motivate us to keep trying and not give up. However, there is another side to the story which we never talk about. Yes, fox tried and gave up. Just imagine if it had kept trying or jumping and hurt itself, it might have stayed hungry for much longer. People usually share only one perspective of the story. Truth is that the fox would have found its food somewhere else and survived. Not eating the grapes isn't the end of the story. Sometimes when we can't have what we want at that moment, it's important to take a step back and give ourselves a time to understand our potential and weaknesses so we can achieve much bigger things than just eating grapes. This is a story I'm going to share with you today, from failing in a 12th grade to completing a PhD and pursuing a research journey abroad. Are you thinking how a failed candidate managed to turn things around? This is my story. I'm Miss Maya. Welcome back to my channel. Let me take you back to 2006, when we did not have an advanced mobile or internet access as we do today. In India, pursuing a career in engineering or medicine after 10th grade often requires taking science in 11th and 12th grade and passing the entrance exam to get a specific course. Like many of you, I was raised with an idea of pursuing a medical career. My family, school, and community all encouraged me in that direction, and I had internalized the dream as my own and sole purpose in my life. I took the exam and I was waiting for the results. I received a call from my uncle. He told me I did not qualify and I failed in 2 subjects. By traditional standards, I did not receive the marks needed to pass, so I was labeled as failure. When people heard about my results, they reacted emotionally because they believed I was smart enough to succeed. No doubt I felt the same way about myself. This was the first time I experienced failure in my academic career. But 2 major things happened that moment. I did not know emotionally how to react to the situation. And the second thing was, I struggled a lot to accept the results or that failure. I was going through the trauma and confusion. The people around me, relatives, schoolmates, all found ways to criticize my failure. I felt like they had been waiting for this moment to tell me I had failed in my life. The way everyone reacted made me question whether they expected me to apologize or make promises about my future successes. Let me tell you what did I do. When I found difficulty in understanding my own emotions, how could I even think about others' expectations or emotions? I did not want to convince anyone or make fake promises because I wasn't clear what do I need to do next. My life had revolved around one plan since I was 5 years old. Now that it was gone, I wasn't sure how to explain my situation to others. Since they did not accept my failure and chose to criticize me, I decided to analyze the entire situation rather than trying to explain myself to others. I chose to stick to my own emotions and ignored everyone else's expectation. All I knew was that I needed to start fresh with new book, new goals, and new perspectives on life. The irony was no one could guide me at that point. And instead of offering support or guidance, everyone seemed to expect me to console them. It was strange, but it's true. Rather than dwelling on their thoughts and emotions, I decided to find my new path and rebuild my journey from the scratch. When students fail their exams, they often have the opportunity to retake the exam within 2-3 months. While preparing for that exam, I received a call on my landline from a former schoolmate. We weren't particularly close in the school, but he called to mention that he had heard about my failure. He seemed to expect more from me, implying that my failure was unexpected based on my previous performances. It was strange to receive such a call where someone seemed to mock me for my failure. I responded confidently, saying, "So what? I failed. But this isn't the end of my story." In my mind, I thought, "Picture abhi baki hai," which meant my journey wasn't over yet. I retook the exam and managed to pass, which allowed me to pursue my undergrad studies. Due to all this drama, I started school or college month late. When I met the first person in the college, she asked me why I was late. I told her I had retaken the exam without mentioning it was a supplementary exam because of my failure. I did not mention that to her. Instead of telling the whole truth, I said I retook the exam to improve my grades. I wasn't literally lying to her, but rather to myself. I wasn't ready to accept my own failure, and I knew that I was lying. I lived with it, and definitely I'll tell you it bothered me. That day when I found myself lying to that girl about my exam, I decided something that I needed to do something to come to terms with my failure. I decided to learn from my failure. I found out my weaknesses, and then I started working on them. The reason for my failure was my poor understanding of the subject matter. My struggles were due to language barrier and inability to grasp the material. And the girl I met, she offered me a helping hand. She took me to library and taught me things I hadn't understood before. She taught me how to choose the right book, what to focus on, and what is important. And she guided me in my studies, and she showed me the way. I accepted all the help. The thing was, I was ready to acknowledge that I did not know everything. That moment or that time, all I cared was that I need to learn and just convert all my weaknesses into strength. So I took all the help from everybody around me. I did not hesitate to do that. After my undergrad, I did not stop there. I thought the undergrad would not be enough to have the courage to speak about my failed story and tell the truth about my past. So I decided to pursue a post-graduation, and whatever the experiences I gained during my undergrad helped me to pursue my post-graduation in a good way. I worked hard, tried to know the subject, made my own notes, and I received a coaching from a teacher to prepare for national level entrance exam. The journey eventually led me to pursue a PhD in a reputed institute in India, and this helped me to pursue postdoctoral studies in the USA. So they were all interlinked, and I could do that. It was not only about knowing my weaknesses. There was one more thing helped me to take this path: the perspective, the new perspective. To tell you that the experiences I've gained over these many years wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't failed that day. My life would have taken a different course. But the path I chose provided me the unique opportunities and the sense of purpose. If I had gone to medical school when I wasn't ready in terms of so many things like language, knowledge, communication skills, it might have been a disaster. Instead, I chose different educational route. This decision laid the foundation for my journey. I learned how to communicate effectively, study efficiently, select the right book, complete projects, and write my thesis. I prepared myself in every way possible. The time I invested in myself and my studies was invaluable. I'm grateful for the lessons I learned from my failure, as they allowed me to live my life without fear of either failure or success. Everything became equal, and my only competition was with myself. The failure provided me with experiences that no one else could have taught me. I would say that it's a transformative chapter in my life. I needed the grapes for sure, but since I could not reach them, it did not mean I should remain stuck in the guilt of not achieving what I initially set out to do. Instead, I did whatever I could and found new opportunities along the way. This mindset helped me shift my focus from what I could not achieve to what I could accomplish. Why am I telling about perspective again and again? To understand that, you should know this story. At the time, I was struggling just to qualify the exam and not to discontinue my studies, focusing on proving myself to myself. I had a friend who was incredibly smart and knowledgeable in her subject. She qualified and got into the second topmost engineering college in India. I thought she got and joined the college. Later, I heard from my friend that she had committed a suicide. Where one part I was just trying not to discontinue my studies. This girl, despite of being a topmost student at her college, she took her own life. It's incredibly sad. We both had dreams, aims, and goals. I could not get into MBBS, but she got into engineering, which is what she wanted. She achieved her goal, yet she chose not to leave. She had her whole life ahead of her to enjoy, accomplish amazing things, but she chose to end it without accepting the reality. Even I had the choice to give up and end up like her, but instead I chose to embark on a new journey, and I realized that life is vast. I could keep dreaming and aiming for more throughout my life. I educated myself enough to overcome the sense of failure in my life. If I hadn't failed that day, I would not have pursued multiple degrees afterwards. I would not have delved deep into research and understood it as I do now. I might have stopped somewhere in the middle without learning as much. Let me tell you a thing, I'm not at all talking about any success story here, but it's a testament to how accepting my failure and understanding life's perspective kept me alive. This journey had led me to become self-sufficient and still teaches me the valuable lessons about resilience and perseverance. As I wrap up this story, I would like to leave you with this thought. I have a friend in his late 40s who once told me, "Hey girl, we should not judge the younger generation because you never know what they might achieve by the time they reach your age." It's so true. We never know what the younger people can do because they still have so many years to do their things and prove themselves. So I request all whoever it might be, never judge the person because of their failure. They can do wonders because nothing is permanent. Everything keeps changing. The world is not ending today. And even if it did, everyone would experience it. It's just not you. And that's all for today. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching my video. Take care. Bye.